Hello guys, I hope you're well. Just a little thing, today is about Unicorn Volute points. Now these are the 42mm Noya shark fin volutes. Bloody good. Just a note, unicorn barrels, let's have a look. Sorry about it not coming into focus, but you will see there the start of the fin cut. Now, just a note, I'm going to read out a few things in a moment. These are unicorn barrels. They're my Adam Hunt, thank you Unicorn, and they have, all unicorn points have an 8mm bore. The reason for that is repointing. You can push points in, but you must leave a small vacuum at the back, for obvious reasons, which I'll go into in a minute. Now, there's been a lot of people saying that, oh, you know, the golden volutes bend, or this is bent. No, look, if they're bent when they come to you, it's a packaging issue. That's all I can say from my own experience. As for pushing in, a lot of you guys that don't use the unicorn barrels, you'll have a depth of your bore of about 6.5 to 7mm. Now, ideally you need to leave about 1mm or 1.5mm gap at the back, and what a lot of you guys have probably been doing is pushing the volute points. This is only about volutes versus barrels. Pushing them all the way in, and it's very hard if you've got old barrels and an old repointing tool to feel when you hit the back. Actually, you shouldn't be hitting the back, but my good friend at Unicorn, Chris Woodlands, he designs all the barrels there. You'll see a lot of the new guys that have got their darts, he's designed those, and that is a little something from him, and I'm pretty sure he won't mind me reading out, because that's what I do. Hold on up, blah, blah, blah. We recently identified that the Unitool may crush volute points and need to come up with a solution. Because of the added machining, there is technically less material at the tip of the volute, making them more vulnerable to crushing in a repointing tool that uses a block. Now, most of us, well, those that are lucky enough to have repointing tools have a little block on them. And I haven't got the image here, but Chris actually uses a Mission, I think, or a Harrow's repointing tool. That's from another email. And he goes on to say, as for my opinion, between the 7 groove 38mm black needle points, which you can buy from playwiththebest.com, pardon me, and the shark fin, I really couldn't say. I don't use groove points in my darts because a lot of people don't, and a lot of people do as well. So I do not have much experience with them. From a technical perspective, I would have thought the 7 groove points would last longer and more defined at the depth that cuts deeper. Now that part there, he's actually answering me, because I need grip on the point, because I rest my finger on there, and if I can find a set, guys, these are the Unicorn. These are really good. If you can't get MKCD points anymore, like Gary used to use, get these. Unfortunately, they're not volute, but they're the next best thing. So let me see, back to my points. As I say, 42mm. Look, I don't know where these have been all my life, but here is just a close-up. Now that is my grip. Just come around sideways. That is my grip. I put my finger on. Unicorn have a square cut on, they used to have it on every barrel I ever made. Now they're going down to the taper right down, but there's a 3mm square groove on these barrels, and I like to feel that, because sometimes when you are sitting and your finger slips off, it can push a dart, so your dart goes sideways. And the added grip, the shark fin grips there, is bloody beautiful. And a little tip, when you're repointing, don't put it just in the block and tighten it up and say, yeah, there it is, boom, in with the shaft. Wrap some paper around the grooves, but just leave the part on the other side sticking out of the block to put it on. And remember, look, even if you've got to use a set of calipers, these are cheap, but I'm using the measurements on them, or just a ruler. Just make sure, measure the distance from the block to the nose, and when you get down to 5mm, stop, and just gently feel as you turn, because if the point hits the back of the bore, that's when this point, or any point for that matter, will bend, or worse, even snap. You don't want that, because I've seen so many people on Facebook saying, I broke my point, how do I get it out? Well, quite easily. You shouldn't have broken your point in the first place, because you really should. You don't have to do it in 5 seconds flat. Just take your time. Look, your darts are your tools. Whether you play competitively or for enjoyment, these are part of your body, part of your hand, and if your darts are set up right, you're going to be happy, you're going to enjoy yourselves. Look guys, experiment at home with a set of points on a barrel, not necessarily your plain barrels, and just push them in, but not all the way, and see how they go. And yeah, you're going to say, oh yeah, but I've got old barrels and my points are loose. Easy. Get Loctite gel. Put a little drop on the top of your point and just push it in, wipe it off, and off you go. Anyway guys, look, I'll be doing another video on the Unicorn Ultra Dark Case, which is something I've wanted for a long time, because these, in my opinion, are really great, and they've been a long time coming. So look, any comments below is hugely appreciated, because feedback helps me make my videos better, and that way I can give you guys better contact, even though I'm doing this on my phone on a stand which is sitting on a milk crate. Anyway, cheers for now.